if you have some questions, feel free to ask me some questions, because this is where, remember what I said before, this is where you get the most out of it. So there's two things you could do. You could do two things with this. Right now, I'm a coach, remember that, right? You could do two things. You could, one, you could be cynical and say all the knowledge that everything that I just learned, I could play devil's advocate, which, why should you do that? I mean, what sense does that make? Or you could say, I learned something. I'm going to take one thing that I learned and share it with someone else or with my organization. So I want you to think about that. What will you grasp from this video? What will you share with someone else? Will it be Toma? Will it be your perception and reality and compassion and love? What will it be? What will it be? Will it be the value of the subconscious mind and how TV has given us an opportunity to see the value in video? What will it be? Kim?
Thanks, Pierre. Yep, and we have some questions coming in by chat. If you're having trouble finding the chat box, look directly below the video window. It looks like just an open text box, and you'll be able to submit your questions to us there. We do have one in from Lisa. She says, sometimes we do interview-style videos with our leadership so that they feel more comfortable and can look off camera instead of directly at it. Do you believe this is effective, or should we try to get them to speak from a script or extemporaneously in order to be more genuine?
Oh, that's why I love questions. That's extremely effective, Lisa. Thank you for asking the question. Actually, that's what I do in the Leadership Network on my website, as I interview leaders and they share information. And I think that's a great way to utilize the tool of videos, because then the leader doesn't feel like, oh, I'm speaking in front of camera like I'm doing now, and they don't have to feel as though there's no one on the other side or they have to be perfect, because they're actually looking in someone's eyes. It is extremely, extremely valuable to interview someone. If you could have some questions canned, that would be really good when you're interviewing that person, that leader, and then also give that leader ample enough time to share a story or share some of their knowledge without the question. Allow them to dive into your question, so to speak, if that makes sense to you, Lisa.
Great, thanks. Another one in from John. He says, we are just starting to talk about capturing people in our company that are not executives, but we don't have professional crews like you have here to make that happen for everyone. Do you see any problem with asking people to record their own videos in their own way as far as quality?
Well, John, there's no problem with that. We have a sensation, a YouTube sensation, Justin Bieber, right? This guy put up a little boy. Well, his parents probably did it, right? His mom put up a video, and look at him now on YouTube. So social media and technology in this day and age has given us the opportunity to sacrifice that quality for the actual content, because that's what we want, is the content. Over time, you'll get better, and don't worry about it being perfect. My first video, oh my gosh, it was you can go and I believe it's still up out there on YouTube, and I may leave it up just for the sake of this. I had a video literally in a dark room in an office, but the content was there. It was 12 minutes. It was an interview, just like what you're talking about. I definitely believe that you have an opportunity to maximize the potential and get that human capital knowledge, because that's what you want. You want to create a system. We have iPhones, we have iPads, and all these different technologies. Utilize it. Don't worry about the quality up front right now. I hope that helps, John.
All right, we have one more question that has come in from Bruno. Bruno asks, how do we choose wisely between when to use animations and when to use live action video, or mixing the two together? Which one, how do we choose what is going to be most effective in video for learning?
Bruno, that's a great question. The answer to that is, what is your purpose? If you think about what your purpose is in relation to the technical tools that you're going to use or the animation, then you can kind of figure it out. Because TV, and remember what I talked about earlier when I talked about how TV shows you? TV is video. And TV actually shows you how to do it. So if you just take a look and study the way I did, the way we were studying Lisa's video and John's video, if you take a look at the way they watch, the way they're showing you video, they're the experts, right? If you take a look at that and kind of mirror that, there's a saying, be a mentor and have a mentor at all times. That's simple intelligence. If you look at whatever TV show that you love that has animations, and they put animation with, I think Michael Jordan had a movie back in the day, Space something. Right? It was something like that where they had animations and they had the actual Michael Jordan in the movie as well. If you look at that and say, okay, what is the purpose behind this? Who are you trying to reach? Who's your target market? Are we trying to reach children? Are we trying to reach adults? I think those are the things you need to think about, is what is my purpose? That's the question you should be asking yourself.
Thank you. We have one in from Charmin, who is a e-learning developer, develops e-learning modules, and says sometimes they also use video clips with those. They would like to know, what are some effective ideas that you have for creating that TOMA, or top of mind awareness concept that you mentioned, when they're creating motivational clips? So what are some effective ideas for creating top of mind awareness that she can use as she's building and designing e-learning modules?
That's a really good question. I love e-learning because that's the way of the age now. All of school is e-learning. Even traditional schools have online classes, and every training and development, when you first come into any organization, you have e-learning involved. A number one tip is to find consistency in whatever you're doing to motivate people, because people want to see you. They want to see consistency. They want to see consistency in any product or branding that you're putting out to the marketplace. Is that making sense? Think about this, okay? Remember we talked about TOMA, top of mind awareness? How is it till this day when you see those arches? The little kid sees those arches. We know something's down the road. So we got to think about branding and think about consistency. I think that'll be good for you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for listening. Remember this: be you. Be you, because your difference brings value to the marketplace.